Edge detection is like giving your computer the superpower to spot the outlines of the image, whether it's recognizing lines or for self-driving cars, detecting tumor for medical images, or spotting defects in manufacturing. Edge detection is everywhere. And guess what? Sobel algorithm is one of the easiest way to start mastering this art. As you can see, I will start now with Sobel edge detection, which is super easy. So why we need edge detection? So edge detection is used for object detection, feature extraction, image enhancement, pattern recognition, and many other applications. And for instance, if you see YOLO, so YOLO, it has many filters, and some of the filters are, let's see, edge to detect the edges of the objects. And the Sobel operator is a discrete differentiation operator that compute the approximate of the gradient of the image intensity. It uses 3 by 3 convolution, 3 by 3 kernels to detect the edges. It's a symbol, fast and good for noise, and sometimes it's getting some give you some let's see, many edges that are not needed to be detected. So for this we need to somehow, before the detecting the edges, we need to somehow make some filtering or smoothing. And as you can see here, the Sobel kernel, I mean the Sobel algorithm, is try to detect the horizontal and vertical edges. And as you can see, this is the first kernel, which is trying to detect the vertical edges, and this is for to horizontal is to detect the vertical edges, and this one here is to detect the horizontal edges. Let me just give you some sample here, and if you see this image here, only this image, I mean ignore this one here, this image here, and if I apply this filter here, this one here, it will try to, as you can see, there's somehow changing in the intensity of the images. So this means this will be here one edge here. And if you see that there's no trans let's see, changing in the intensity in the horizontal one, so there will be no edges here, and maybe some edges, I don't know. But this is the concept, and we will see how to use this. And last time I have shown you how the convolutional is used, or let's see, computed, how to use this filters and over the image and try to calculate the output. And let's see step by step. Here we have, in the beginning, we have to convert the image into grayscale, not a color image. So this is one important point. So as you might know, the image has, let's say color image has three different channels: red, green, blue. And before that we need to convert it to grayscale image, and to grayscale image will have only two-dimensional array, like just an example like this. And imagine we have this image here, and I have two filters here. This is the first filter, gx, and this is gx, and this is gy. And I will try to convolute these filters, to both filters, on this image. And hopefully you know what is the, let me just go to this and show you. Last time I have already shown this. I think it's not needed, but let's see, convolutional. It's super easy indeed. So you can see this is the image, for instance, and this is the filter, and the convolutional will be this matrix here times this matrix. It's one by one, 3 by 1, minus 1 times 9, 7 times 0, and it's, you can see this is the example here. And this is the future map, let's say the result of the gx. And for the next one it will also do the same. You can see here this is sliding 1 by 1, 3 by 3. and after finishing you will get the output here. And it's the same. As you can see, let's just take this part of the image, this one here, for example, this one here, this oops, this is the center of the image. This is only example. Indeed, you have to start from here to get the gx and gy. For each pixel, you have to get the gx and gy. And if you apply the filter here, you can see only this area here. I'm not quite sure if we can draw here. This is the area here. And if you apply it, it might only calculating the the gx of this pixel. The other one is already cancelled because it's on the borders. So I have already explained this in a convolutional videos, and you can have a look in these videos. Now let's assume that we have only taken this and calculate this. It will try to calculate 25 times minus 1, and this is for the gx, and the gx will be 260. And we will try now to multiply this with the second filter, this one here, gy, and it will be 25 times minus 1, then the second value minus times minus 2 times minus 1, and etc. And this is the gx and gy. It means it has in both direction, this pixel, it has in both direction, let's see, edges in x and y directions. And to calculate the magnitude, let's see. Now we need to combine this. We have now gx and gy. The result of applying the convolutional, you will have, finally you will have a matrix. Just assume like this here, two matrix gx and gy. After that, we need to make it as one matrix. We will apply this magnitude. The magnitude will try to give you this value here. It's easy. Power scoring the first one, then the second one, and taking the square root. And you have, sometimes you need to get the direction of each pixel of each value. Let's see. Now you have to apply this gx divided by gx and dy divided by gx, and taking the arctan. And for instance, this is the original image. This is the Sobel x. This is the Sobel y, gx and gy, and the combination will be, for instance, like this. So let's create random. If you see, this is the original image, right? And the Sobel x is trying to detect the vertical the vertical edges like this. But here there is no vertical edges. Here only we have horizontal edges. So you can see here, this is now black. There's no edges here, zero. This will be trying to detect this because there's a transparent, let's see, changes between the intensity from this value, let's see, to this, and you have this. And if we create a whole vertical, so you see now I will be able to detect the Sobel x gx, because it's trying to detect the vertical, but the horizontal, there is no horizontal lines, or let's see, it's changing in the intensity, so this will be zero. The combination will be only the gx, and I think that's it. So the high gx indicate strong vertical edges. High gx is indicate the strong horizontal edges. As you can see in our example, we have, sorry, we have 260 and 220. It means both have the high values, and indicate strong edges regardless of the direction. High magnitude and low magnitude indicate smooth region. And for the practical consideration, as I said in the beginning, sometimes there's a noise, so it will try to detect some some edges. Let me just generate random image. Sometimes it will try to detect some edges here, which are not edges. So for that you need to noise handling by Gaussian blurring before the edge detection, or maybe edge thickness. So you can see it detecting the edges, and you can see if the edge thickness is less than specific threshold, just remove it. And I think that's it. And next time we will try to see what is the Canny and how the Canny is different from the Sobel and etc. For the applications we have seen, if you just only focus on the object detection, it will be enough. Yeah, that's it for today, and thanks for watching. Yeah, sorry, I forgot just to show you the Python code, and I try to make it somehow simple, and so this is a path to the image. If you have no image, we will try to somehow making our images. We have to. So you can see, for instance, this is the image that generated randomly because we have no images in our directory like example.jpg. Now, if you see, I can apply the Sobel image, the Sobel filter with this here. It's importing from CV2. Now we can see Sobel, the input image, and the type of the filter. This is the 01, and this is the kernel size. And to see the parameters, you can just click here, and you can see the source, the image. We can just like this here. You can see the source, the depth in integer, and dx and dy, 1 and 0. This is the dx. We're trying to generate a dx, and this is the dy. Now it's here 1, and this one is 0 here. And the second one is 0, and this is the y. And let's see the third one is the kernel size, which is the 3. It will try to take the kernel size. Now let's apply this and try to see. So you can see Sobel X is trying to detect the 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 horizontal one, and even for this for the circle here, you can see it's trying only to detect the horizontal points or edges, and for this one here, it's trying to detect these edges, and also here it's not detected because it's caused as a horizontal. And the combination, it will try to give you this one here. This is just to show you how to use a Sobel in Python. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.